What's up, everyone? I hope you like the countdown, the new thing that I added before the live starts. Um, and very excited to announce that it will be every week on Tuesday noontime at Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you put it as a reminder. Every week I will go live, and if you're following me, you know that I'm pretty consistent with the content, and I hope to be consistent with the weekly live Q&As, questions and answers. It's really based on really first come first serve, and I know that the hour might not be great fit for everyone as far as the time zone. We have many subscribers and viewers all over the world, and I'm curious to hear, like, where are you from in the world right now? What's the time? It helps me create content that is more personalized to you guys. But for those of you that can't attend, I will post a day or two before every live the link, so you can go ahead and put your questions ahead of time, and you can watch the live later. So that will help you. Um, it will help you still ask your questions, even if it's nighttime. We have Yarrow that is in Amsterdam. We have a beer that she's in Dubai. We have Alex from India. We have Nicole from the Philippines. It's really like people from all over the world, so it's really fun for me doing that. In India, it's 9:30 p.m., so it's not that bad actually. And India, Alex, don't go to sleep, because if I'm not wrong, the virtual summit by Amazon is started, so you can attend and watch this live after this YouTube live. Um, Very excited to also announce. I said that in the previous live. I will mention this in the upcoming videos as well. That I partnered with the logistic company. I became a business partner there, and I really decided to do that because there is big demand in the market right now for freight forwarding. Shipping costs are raising, and also we offer 3PL services. So if you are overseas and you need a reliable 3PL and a reliable freight forwarder, then contact me at Tomer at sourcing-monster.com. Not trying really to push that service or really like promote it like crazy, but if you need, then this is the service that I'm using. And you can support my channel. Again, as you all know, there is no really agenda behind the videos that I'm uploading. There is nothing that I'm trying to sell you guys. Only things that I promote are complementary services. So, and not even complementary services that are mine. So for example, if there is a good photographer, I will recommend you guys to use it. Or if you are planning to purchase Helium 10, then I will promote it through the link that I'm gonna get affiliate. But nothing really that you don't need. There are so many gurus out there and people trying to sell you dreams and things that are not true. I never really tell that it's easy to become successful Amazon FBA seller. I never said that it's going to take you an hour or 2 hours a week while you are sitting at the beach. Um, so really trying to keep it real and realistic. So that's one of my goals here. So if you're interested in freight forwarding or 3PL services in the US, let me know, contact me, and I will hook you up with the team members. I do have also, like I said, the virtual summit is something that is on. It's today. I don't know if you saw that video, but it's by Amazon. It's live sessions by experts, Amazon PPC experts, and you can join this after the call. You know what? Let me just try. I just got email from them that it start on. So I'll put a link here in the comments after the live. Um, After the live ends, I'll put the link to it. And one more thing before I go ahead and answer your questions. Focus. I must admit, I'll show. This is my third year selling on Amazon. Okay, I started the beginning of 2019. Then 2019 till beginning of 2020 was an amazing year for me. between 2020 to 2021, it was also a great year. So I was running with I don't remember the exact numbers, but first year 400K in revenue, annual revenue. Second year, 1.5 million, and now we are going to hit probably like 2.5 million this year. um, but this year I'm not really happy with my performance, and I feel that the reason for that is the focus. I was lacking the focus and the laser focus that I had at the first year and at the beginning of the second year. And I really, it's very important for me to really explain this point so you guys can get similar results to mine. Make sure that you're laser targeted focus. So when I say that, if I convert it to actual actions, don't put like crazy amount of tasks in your list. Make sure that you put only the things that are essential, and everything else you outsource, you give to other people to help you with these tasks. So you can always focus on growing and being in, like really doing the tasks that are actually helping you. In my case, it will be CRO, conversion rate optimization. So for me, if I am able to take one main image, do a split testing, work on it, convert it, like do a CRO thing on it, and come up with a better version that could make me thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. So it's really um it's really game changing. And instead of me working on these kind of tasks that could lead to tens of thousands of dollars, I'm spending my time on tasks that taking like making me like much less, or the ROI on it is much less, like YouTube. But YouTube, it's not really a good example, because on YouTube it's something that I'm doing to really give back and enjoy and improve myself. I'm improving my speaking skills, I'm improving my networking, the people that I know and learn from. So really focus is a key to become successful at what you do. Now let's get right straight to the questions here. um, we have Nicole, we have Alex. Hi Alex. Gilly, Yarrow, and we have Yarrow with the first question. How do you spend, or how do you send items to Walmart? Do you label them with UPC barcodes in 3PL in US? So luckily I'm located in the US, so I'm doing it myself. I'm taking the items, putting the UPC codes physically on them, printing them here, and sending them to it directly to Amazon, WFS, Walmart Fulfillment Services. um, if you're interested in that kind of service, like to put the barcodes and connecting you with the 3PL, contact me. I might get you help with that, no problem. Or do you put the UPCs on AMZ products as well? So on my Amazon products, I use usually FNSQs. Or now I started to see that they are putting the ASINs. They are letting you put ASIN number instead of an FNSQ, and that's the way for them to recognize it. But yeah, for the Amazon products, that I what I do, and for the for Walmart, you have to put the UPC codes. We have Alex. Congratulations, thank you, man, appreciate it. We have Simon. Hey. All right, so ask your questions. I know that it's pretty new, and the audience and people should, adjust to it, adjust. But I guess that if there will not be a lot of questions, I will just make the lives shorter, and depends on the demand, I will, make them longer. We have Alex that asked, I found a wooden product with good opportunity. Is that considered as hazmat product while shipping from China? So this is tricky item, tricky question, because I sell also wood products, and it really depends. If it's finished good, if it's like this is like an iPhone case holder, okay, like in a case, it's not a case, like it's for the desk holder, so you can put it like that, and it's kind of holding your phone, right? So this is finished. It's polished, and it has the transparent cover in it, and it's a finished item. So this is not considered as any hazmat or anything like that. But if you import raw wood from China, then you have like it's you need completely different approvals, certificates, and things like that, because they consider like you can have worms and some germs and stuff like that that will prevent you from importing it to the US or making it very hard to import. So that's the rules. What I can tell you that I bended the rules a little bit, and I actually still import raw wood from China, but we don't really like they don't give me troubles with that. So you can try it. You can try to see how it works, but take in mind that it's a little risky. Hey, how are you? I'm glad my notifications worked for the live. Great. So yeah, like I mentioned, I'm going to shoot you in emails a day or two before every Tuesday for the live, so you can actually set a reminder and ask your questions or put the questions ahead of time. So I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. Simon, I have a problem with increasing my product price. I'm often losing buy box after price increase. Products are only FBA and I am the only seller. So yeah, if you increase your price like too high, the increase is too high in like percentage. Let's say if your item price is $10, right? And you try to increase it to $16, that's like 60% increase. So what Amazon will do is it will get you away from the buy box. So if you're doing price increase, do it with incremental changes, like incremental increases. So you do it with $1 or $2 each time. Then you wait 24 hours and you increase it like that. Price increase is only 1 or 2%. Do you have any advice? What can I make? That's weird. Then if it's 1 or 2%, then I'm not sure why they're giving like doing it to you. And like when you have this price increase of 1 or 2% and you lose the buy box, does it they like after how long does it come back? Like after how long are you in the buy box again? That's strange. I never saw something like that. um I hope it get resolved. You can always ask seller support to see if they can help you with that. um I'm really into testing a lot of giveaways. As you all know, my strategy was not doing rebates, not doing giveaways. Because I said this is kind of expensive to do giveaways if you can put the money on PPC campaigns, rank, and you know have also the data. But things changed. I'm not really fixed in the strategies that I'm doing and the actions that I'm taking, because I'm always open to try and test new things. So what I was what I, why I was switching or trying rebates and giveaways again is because there now, because of the PPC bids increasing and the PPC, like the cost per clicks, are increasing, it's not really as beneficial as it was before to rank using PPC only. So you have to mix it up. And I'm really into testing and adding a lot of giveaways, seeing what works, what doesn't. And it's really like something that I'm gonna be a game changer in my business. I feel really confident. I'm starting to see the results, and um, you can really take advantage of this. And for high relevant keywords, using a couple of referral links, you can get to page one or position one very quickly. I was very surprised by the tests. Eventually I will share the results and make videos about it. If you have questions about it, you can always let me know. Amazon have not opened some of my items despite it being delivered. Any ways to mitigate this issue in the future, as this caused me getting out of stock during the launch? So, Alex, I know what you're talking about. I don't know if you saw my answers on YouTube and on the Facebook group, but I had a very similar situation 2 weeks ago. I just launched a new product. I did launch it with giveaways, with PPC campaigns, with external traffic. Really dig everything by the box, and the right way that a product launch should be done. And the results were amazing. After a few days, I was number one for high volume keywords, position number one with 0 reviews. That was kind of strange that I'm position one with 0 reviews, brand new listing, staying there side by side with listings that have like 2 or 3 thousand reviews. So I was really shocked, and getting out of stock very quickly. So I shipped 1,000 units to my place, to my warehouse here. So now I have two locations. I have here my house. I converted my garage into a storage place. I also have another storage at my backyard. So this could really, like, I have here like 20,000 units of goods, and I couldn't really keep up with the space, so I rented a space here in Florida for additional space per unit. So I shipped 1,000 units, and then when I was launching, just shipped 200 units to Amazon. And by the pace was so fast that I still had units by Amazon left, but they were FC processing or they wasn't really opened. Same situation as yours. So what I did is I said, if I'm gonna stop the PPC campaigns and my marketing efforts and the giveaways, I will really shoot in myself in the foot. So I kept everything. Yes, I was bleeding money because the conversion for units that it says in stock soon, the orange annoying text on your listing page, it says in stock soon, really killed the conversion rate, and people stopped ordering like before. And I know you mentioned that you were selling 15 units a day, and and then it was after the units are out of stock, it's like 5 units a day. So keep pushing PPC. You will lose money, but you will lose money. I hope that you have more units that you can ship. So if you don't have any units, of course, it's a different story. But if you have more units to ship, then ship them and keep the PPC campaigns and everything, and you will lose some money, but you will keep your rankings. That's my advice to you. I know it's weird when I increase the price, I don't get the buy box. After some time, I have to reduce the price to the previous one, and only then I have the buy box again. That's really strange and weird. You know what I would suggest try to do it through a flat file. Sometimes it works, sometimes like I not for the price change, but I tried so many things updating through seller central interface, and they didn't work or had glitches or had issues, and when I try flat files they work. So I would try that. Yes, I did see your answer, by the way. Thanks a lot for the for that. You're welcome, Alex. You are always welcome. I told you that you're in the right way, and you're doing things in a way that I believe and think that you're already successful. You're selling already your products. You got out of stock very soon, so you are doing something right here. Same with Simon. We have some great sellers here, so keep crushing it. Tomer, can you talk about what's top tip when finding a potential product? Example, the must-have requirements. So for me, the must-have requirement is that I can come up with a better product, with a USP, with a unique selling proposition. I can beat their offer, and that I see sellers that I can beat as far as the keyword rankings. So I would see, okay, what are the comment? So I recently joined Brendan Young program, and he goes through really. I love the way that he teach and think, which is data driven decisions. And the way that they are doing things is by analyzing all the competitors' keywords and seeing what is the percentage of keywords that each competitor is ranked. And if it's like below 50% of the keywords, then they go after that. So this is really an important thing. Of course, the ROI, the margins, like the cost of the item should really be a big factor. And you also know, because we talked a couple of times, that I'm a big believer that or main image opportunity, which is you analyze the first search, the first page search results, and see whether there are good sellers or pictures that you can beat or you can stand out from. So this is something that I these are the things that I check. Um, so to really before I source a new product. And I recently pulled the trigger, was very very strict with everything that I was checking throughout this product. And patient was really a key here. Patient dealing with the suppliers. You know what, so many people talking about product development, product sourcing, the right opportunity, but a, a lot of the money is in the negotiation. A lot of the money is actually in the sourcing. And I do have a series showing how it works. And I was able to reduce my supplier for that product from $5 to 2.60, and the $5 was also the best offer out there. So I got quotes 7, 6, 550, 545 with the supplier. And my persistent and my patient and my decision not to go for an item if it doesn't meet my pricing was really making sense, because they were able, after so much back and forth, to reduce it to 2.60. And for me now, it gives me room to compete with everyone else, to compete with other sellers that are actually sourcing it for much higher. And I am coming with a much better cost of lendings, like cost of goods, lended cost, that I can put that money on outside marketing. So that's my competitive advantage or unfair advantage over them. Of course, I do have some other weapons in my arsenal to fight them, and trying to really get into markets that I see that is not really competitive, or by sellers that doing the same things like me. You're welcome, Baja. Yes, you're welcome, Simon. And yeah, try it out. And I'm sorry that I don't know, I really gave up on pronouncing your name, so I'll just call you Simon. I hope it's okay. Thanks a lot, Alex. One of the biggest problem I face is cash. I don't have a credit history, so banks don't approve my loan request. Okay. Uh, at this point, you're not new in Amazon, so maybe go to your family and friends and try to raise some money. But when you ask them for that, try to come up with some numbers and be prepared for this call. So try to be okay. Look, I have an issue. I have a business opportunity to offer you. If you come to a friend or family member, I will loan or borrow money from you for this kind of rate. This is my plan. This is my numbers. This is why I believe in Amazon FBA. And this is how I plan to return the money back. So you basically touch all their concerns. You showcase that you know what you're doing. You showcase that you are confident in this business model. And I'm sure that when you come with this attitude and that prepared, the chance that you will get money from friends and family will be higher, because the banks don't give you. And you can also mention that you come to them only because you don't have the credit history with the banks. What option would you recommend to this cash problem when launching new items? So like I said, try to raise money is the king. And we all know that it's super important to have cash flow. I actually now applied to line of credit from my banks. If you watched my first videos, I was saying that I'm using credit cards in order to finance my Amazon FBA business. But the promotions that I had with the zero APR for 15 months are ended. So I started to pay high interest fees. So I started to borrow for Amazon. I just had the loan for 100K with Amazon loans, which is very convenient, but the rates is not that great. It's like 10% a year, even though I'm not really taking it for a full year. So I'm not gonna pay like $1,000 like $10,000 for $100,000 fee. I'm gonna pay less than that, probably like around 3 or 4 thousand, because I borrowed it for like 4 months. Still, it's expensive, and you can get a line of credit from banks for much better rates, and still use credit cards, get all these points, and pay the credit cards on time using the line of credit. So I always say, if the risk come when you don't really take all options in place. So people fail or people go bankruptcy because they didn't have plan B in case something goes wrong. So let's say I'm taking $100,000 loan, okay? And with that loan, let's assume that I can't really return. I don't get money from Amazon, okay? I can't return my monthly payments. So I always have plan B. Okay, if I can't return the money, what will I do? So I always have a like a side, a backup money that I can use in case I can return it. Okay, I always put aside that money. Um, I always think, okay, you know what? Let's say Amazon shut down my business. Amazon, I can't really return loans. I can't sell on Amazon. I don't know. They put my name under like a blacklist. I can't do any business with Amazon. What will I do? Support my lifestyle. I have like two girls, I have family, I have mortgage, I have a lot of expenses. And I always say, okay, I myself have skills that I can make X amount of money if I go to the market. So I have that confidence. I can take those risks because I always know what I'm going to do in case my plan won't work. Okay, so it's super crucial to have plan B to anything that to any risk that you take. And I see that a lot of people that are not successful are too scared of taking risks. They are too scared of taking loan. They are too scared of pulling the trigger and starting an Amazon business. But if they will have a conversation in their mind asking what could go wrong or have a plan B, they will look at things in a different way. So it's all mental game, guys. It's all about how you talk with yourself. What are the things that you're asking and telling yourself? It's all about these little conversations that we're having with ourselves. So this is a big believer in improving our mental game and become better. Just give me a moment. I will drinking water here. Just before this live, I went outside. I was really, I'm not really was a big fan of Apple products. And I was like, even though the first iPhone in 2008, I'm sorry, 7, I was here in New York City. I was traveling from Israel to see my brother, and he told me, "Look, Tomer, he had the e-commerce business. Look, Tomer, I need your help. If you can program something for me for my business to manage my inventory, I will buy you a new iPhone." And I said, "Hell yeah, like let's do it." I like 2 weeks, even though I was like traveling, I would come every day for 2 hours and start programming this to him. And when I left, he buy me the iPhone. So I used that iPhone. It was great. The first touch screen, like I don't know if it was the first, but it was like yeah, it was the first touch screen. So it was great. But since then, I didn't really like. I stopped using it. So um, I and then moved to like Android. And this year actually, beginning of the year, I moved to this iPhone 12 Pro, because I had to do the Amazon Lives. If you were doing Amazon Live, the for as a seller, they don't offer the Amazon Live Creator app on the Android App Store. It's only available on the iPhone App Store. So this was very annoying, and that's why I got the iPhone so I can live stream and show my products. And since then, I moved. I got this Mac, and now I got the AirPods. So I'm really starting to become a big fan of Apple products. And just before the live started, I went outside biking, listened to music, and then came back, jumping into the pool, refreshing myself, and taking a shower. And I'm telling you this because this business model allows me to take break whenever I want, to go do the things that I want whenever I want. I can tell you that I'm working more than most of people that have 9 to 5 jobs, but I have the freedom deciding when and how I do things. So that's why I fell in love in this business model. You're such a great person. You've taught me more than what my teachers did in 16 years of going to schools. Thanks a lot for everything you do here. You're welcome, Alex. Comments like this make me push harder, make me really warm my heart and seeing these comments. So thank you. I appreciate it. And I big believer, in that God gives you the tools and give you things in life so you can help others. So let's say he gives you a lot of money. Okay, so certain point you can enjoy it, spend it, but if you're like, I believe in that. If you're spending it on like things that don't make sense, you just spend it, and you're not really helping others, then it's beating the purpose. You have to use that money to help others, or if you got really good talent for something, then use it and help others. And also, the result of helping others is that you give back. Yeah, you get back. So uh, I'm not doing it to get back because otherwise I would stop way before. I'm doing it for almost in January 2022. It will be 2 years of me doing YouTube. And yeah, I'm getting some fees from YouTube ads or Helium 10 subscriptions. I'm also doing a little coaching. I'm trying to really not do it too much, trying to focus on my business. But it doesn't really in correlation to what I make in Amazon. So it's really fun for me. So thank you. Baja, previously you was launching so many products at the same time. Do you still do this strategy? What's the pros and cons? No, I don't do it anymore. I felt really with many products last year and this year not, but last year maybe 90% of the new products that I were launching were failing, and that's because lack of focus. I started the live talking and showing what is actually focus, what is the importance of it. And because of that, because I was focusing too much on on not focusing, doing too many things, I fail with those products. So now my strategy and now the way that I launch products is way different. I strongly believe that if you not adjusting, if you are not really moving and changing things and looking it from top perspective, you will fail eventually. You always have to reinvent yourself, you always have to grow, and part of growing is doing things that you didn't do before. So for example, I am big believer of spending money on improving yourself. So I rather spend $50,000 on improving myself than buying, let's say, a house or a beautiful car. Why? Because I know that investing in myself could bring me many cars, many houses, many things like that. And that's what, so every year, so last year I bought courses for like $7,000 or $8,000 I spent on education. And this year alone, I'm already like 25,000. And just recently, I spent $15,000 for a 2 day event in Vegas that will be next month for Amazon sellers. They're gonna be crazy, 8-figure sellers, 9-figure sellers. And I spent that 15,000. It was very hard because you can get a really nice car for that amount or something really expensive. But that's my priorities. um my priority is to really invest in myself, growing myself, and doing and I was getting out of my comfort zone. For me to spend 15,000, that's, for me, I didn't feel that comfortable. But that's part of growing, that's part of doing things that you didn't do before. And I'm not saying like spend money. If you don't have the money, do things that scares you, do things that you're not comfortable with. For me, starting YouTube was kind of scary. I never, I didn't want to expose myself. I didn't feel comfortable like doing what I do right now, talking in front of people live, or publishing all these videos. But I was getting out of my comfort zone. Or for me, launching new like 5 products at the same time, it's growing. So always try new things, always test things. And I was actually posting something. I'm really into LinkedIn. You can follow me there as well. But I did post this on our YouTube post too. And this is what I wrote. Testing is one of the most important parts of growing an Amazon FBA business. Whether it's testing what works best with your audience, or testing new features within SC, Seller Central, advertising console, testing new freight forwarder, testing really everything. Without constantly trying out new things and revising old ones, there will never be much progress made within your business or brands. Making sure everything has been tested can help repeal any future issues before they even begin, because by now everyone should know how every aspect operates. So this is very crucial. and important, and it could help you in your business. Thank you, Alex. Again, I appreciate the comments. I agree with Alex. Tomer is a great human that really cares. Thank you, Bacha, and thank you, everyone. It really warms me to see the comments, and I really wish everyone success, everyone to really be successful and really pursue their dreams and reach their goals and be successful at anything they do. Hello, Yuri. Hello, my friend. Shipping queue, status, work on shipment. What should I do in this case? A little confused on what is the question. Shipping queue, status, work on shipment. Is that like a riddle or like I'm a little confused. I'm sorry. If you can be more specific with your question, I'll be, appreciate this. Ruben, Alvarez, this is plenty of knowledge gems. Thanks for sharing, Tomer. It's no usual find advice like this. You're welcome, my friend, and thank you for being an active subscriber and viewer of the channel. It helps me, and hopefully, it will help others to see the videos. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't really have agenda. I'm not trying to. Maybe in the future, I don't know. But right now, for almost 2 years, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Not try to, trying to keep it real. Also, very important for me. I feel like a mission because there is like a generation of people, YouTubers and gurus out there, kind of gurus, it's not true, that are trying to really sell like a fake dream, sell you promises and sell you things that are not true. There is no such thing passive work. There is no such thing passive income. It's simply if you believe or if you sell someone a dream that he could get money without working hard, this is bullshit. I'm sorry. So you have to really I want to keep it real and make people be aware that only hard work, only dedication will take you to your goals and get you there. There's no dreams or magics or anything that I do. I'm not really smarter than anyone here on the live. I'm not really like better. I just feel that I am laser focused on what I want and know what I want for myself, So it's very important to do that. Thank you for the comment, Ruben. Manage inventory, available defective item, customer damaged item. What should I do in this case? Send the request to Amazon for reimbursement or something else? I'm sorry, your questions are kind of not really clear to me. Like, what is the question? Are you trying to request a reimbursement from Amazon for a damaged item? Then yes, you could do that. So what I do, I was traveling for 2 months overseas, and when I came back, I was finding maybe 50 or 60 boxes of returns. And those returns, I started to handle them, opening them and seeing if there were missing items, then you could get reimbursement. For defective items, items that are like have all the parts, you cannot get reimbursed by Amazon because it will be a lot of back and forth. They will blame you, you will blame them, you will blame the customer, and you will not really get anywhere. Vivid vinyls. Okay. With COVID, we are seeing that Amazon is moving away from focus in storage and logistics with the intro of new restrictions, etc. What do you see Amazon in the next 5 years? I see that they are competing more and more with Walmart. I see Walmart actions are going to take them to have a bigger market share. But Amazon won't stay, behind. They're always trying new things and always trying to be the best. 5 years in an internet age and the age that we live is like too far. But I still see Amazon as a great opportunity, and that they will open more fulfillment centers. They will offer more fulfillment storage because of the demand. And I see that, COVID kind of made them do things in a faster pace. And I think that in a year or two, things will be better, much better. So that's what I think about the restrictions and limitations. I am very glad and fortunate that they opened my limitations. I pretty much have so much inventory that I can ship to Amazon right now. And I don't know if it's just me or other people. I did make video about it, how to open the restrictions. So hopefully it will be the same thing for you guys. We are 45 minutes live in this video. I think that it was much better live. Also, much many like more people attended. This will be a regular thing on the channel every Tuesday noontime. I will go live. I will send an email invites and join our Facebook group. It will be Sourcing Monster. Let me put a link to it. You can also go to sourcing-monster.com and click on the top on community, and it will take you to our Facebook group where I put reminders for this. And then when I put the reminders and links, you can go ahead and ask your questions prior to the live that starts. So let's do it every Tuesday. And at the beginning of the live, I said that I became a business partner in a freight forwarder company that also offered 3PLs. We offer 3PL services to those of you that need 3PL service or shipments, want to get quotes or want to test it out with our services. Let me know. I can help you with that. Send me an email to Tomer at sourcingmonster.com. I will send you some more details and hook you up with some of the team members. Thank you for attending. It was a pleasure for me. I really enjoyed this one, and I'm sure the next live will be in a better structure and with more questions. Good luck. Happy Q4. Good luck in Q4, and let's crush it all.